Lara just made Danny Garcia quit in the corner at the very end of round 9. Unbelievable stuff, an unbelievable performance there from Lara. Garcia, does that ruin his legacy, just quitting in the corner there? I mean, it actually could. I mean, you know, Garcia throughout his career seemed to just be like a real good, you know, guy who has that proper good grit and determination. That is what we see from Danny Garcia. He did not have that today. As much as it was a great performance from Lara, Garcia just had no determination there whatsoever, showed no heart, and literally just didn't look like he even tried to win that fight. First of all, that fight was boring as hell. Absolutely, it was shocking to watch. I'm so bloody glad I didn't end up falling asleep before the Kano fights in the UFC, because that was bloody putting me to sleep, that fight. But luckily it didn't. Luckily it bloody didn't. But yeah, at the end of the day, Lara was really good in that fight, boxing really well, and he was just so easily able to counter Garcia when Danny Garcia was just walking in to Lara's shots, doing nothing that whole fight, really. Garcia couldn't get going against Lara. Lara was just way too good for him overall, picking his shots well. But at the end of the day, still, it was boring as hell. But a lot of it's because Danny Garcia just couldn't be asked to make it a fight. That's the thing. Danny Garcia couldn't be asked to make it a fight. The guy's a former world champion. And, you know, Danny Garcia didn't even deserve this opportunity against Lara, didn't even deserve it, and did nothing with the opportunity that he had. So that it makes no sense, that performance from Danny Garcia whatsoever. Didn't deserve the opportunity and did nothing to take it well when someone else in the division could have got that opportunity. But Danny Garcia got it absolutely handed to him on a plate because of his legacy that he has created for himself, which is good, but he kind of ruined it in that fight by quitting. That's the thing. It was disappointing to see from Danny Garcia. It was very disappointing. But again, Lara picked his shots well and, you know, played it smart, boxed a smart game. Did exactly what he should have done there, Lara. Did exactly what he should have done. Boxed a smart game. And, you know, that's kind of what made it boring. But, you know, because, you know, there wasn't a load. The thing that made it boring is there wasn't a load of absolutely special stuff there from Lara. Like, you know, he's like 41 now. He's not what he was a good few years back. So, you know, it's not going to be too entertaining. He's old. Like, it's not going to be an entertaining fight. But when you got someone like Danny Garcia who's not doing anything at all, like, I can't believe, I saw in the DAZN poll before the fight started. People, like, most people are going with Danny Garcia. What do people see to go with Danny Garcia before the fight when the guy literally was out 2 years prior anyway? It made no sense. Made no sense why he got the opportunity. And, you know, it made no sense why people actually thought he'd win the fight and how people thought he'd win. Like, it isn't logical at all, in my opinion. But yeah, Lara completely schooled him and just beat him to heart and made him quit in the end. Lara brutally just beat him down. And just completely outboxed him, completely outclassed him in every single bloody department, won basically every single second of that fight as well. It was embarrassing to see from Danny Garcia. Embarrassing to see, and he wasn't up for doing anything about it at all. So, yeah, like, you know, it's not just me who's saying that Danny Garcia has kind of ruined his legacy there. Many others are saying it as well because he has. Like, let's be real. He's had a bloody great career, but now, you know, he should probably retire after that now. He probably will. Very clearly doesn't have a heart in this half of the sport anymore. Like, as well, though, he got dropped by a jab. Like, this is Danny Garcia. Never been dropped in his career before today. Never been dropped. And we've never seen, like, in his losses, we've never seen a performance as shocking as that from Danny Garcia. Never seen a performance as bad as that from him. Like, that was honestly just not it at all. Like, his past losses have been against the top guys. Like, yes, I'm not saying Lara's not a top guy, but Lara's old now as well. Lara's old. And, you know, Garcia got dropped by a jab, went down so easy, like he didn't care, and just said to the corner he just quits at the very end as well. awful like sign language from him as well at the end. Clearly didn't want to be there from the very start. It was clear to see he just wasted the fans' time, and I'm sure there's some poor fans out there who actually fell asleep during that fight and missed the main event. And that's the thing. Danny Garcia doesn't care about the fans, didn't show entertainment. He just wanted to go in there, grab the bag, and get out of there. That's what he wanted to do. Just survive a few rounds. But it's like he didn't even try to win the fight. He didn't at all. Like, you know, that's the thing. That's the frustrating thing about Danny Garcia, with how boring he made it as well. And it's not like he's overly old. He's 36 now. Like, you know, it's inactivity which has cost him, and the fact that he got this opportunity. Like, he should have at least had a fight before this anyway, if he was to come, like when he came back, have a fight before this one. But no, he just got given this one for no reason and didn't take it at all, and was just completely getting outclassed. But it was so boring to watch as well. My eyes were closing during the fight. I got so scared I was actually going to miss the main event. But luckily I didn't. It was just so boring, so hard to stay awake during it. You know, so many people all over Twitter and everything were just mocking the fight a lot. Like, you know, it's I'm sure many people just turned right over to the UFC. Like, honestly, it was honestly. There was honestly one hell of a shocking fight. And, you know, let's be real. I thought it could have actually been fight of the night. I'm that stupid. I thought it could have been, well, one of the best fights of the night. Even though I thought, you know, I was pretty confident Lara would win, but I thought Garcia would do something and make it a good watch. But no, he did not bloody do that at all. So, yeah, just very unfortunate stuff, to be fair. And, you know, I didn't mind who won. I just wanted to see a good fight, and that's not what we saw. So, yeah, anyway, thanks for watching.